And
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Michael Porter. Bol is out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the 1 spot. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Little out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the 2 guard. Now here's Lillard following the miss by Michael Porter.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now. Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Nurkic can't hit.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And a wide open look for Porter. Porter can't get that one to fall. Jones drives in. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Lillard. That's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And Jones over to help. Bol kicks to Harrison. Pass to Bol. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Here is Lillard. From deep three-point range, and Bol pulls it down.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The drive by Jokic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Lillard scanning the floor. Feeds it to Covington. Poked away. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. And Bol wide open. He shoots. Offline with his 3. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Passes it to Jokic. Bol with it. Covington's there. Harrison kicks to Porter. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Lillard. And it's Denver with the rebound.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Bol, that's good. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot off the mark. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Rivers with it. Now Covington defending. Bol. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
Rivers kicks to Porter. 5 to shoot. The tray. Little with the rebound.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Here's Lillard, and hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track. Lillard's got 6.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Harrison. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Puts up a 3. Good on the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long distance shot, you know it's cash.
And that one is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers out in. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
C.J. McCollum out there with Powell. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Giles in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now, here is Morris. Pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Powell finds McCollum. Now Powell, defended by Gordon. Back to Powell. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. Denver in the lead. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And the wide open shot from Morris. Ball's knocked loose. Gordon the pass to Morris. Millsap kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Powell against Gordon. Shoots over Powell. Kicks it out to Gordon. For 3, Millsap. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The drive by Anthony. No good that time. And it's Denver the other way.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Now McCollum following the miss by Paul Millsap from deep. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
No, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Najee passes to Morris. Millsap kicks to Morris. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Ring shot on the way. That shot misses. And it's Denver the other way. Outside Millsap. Najee, the rebound by Giles. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lobs it up for Anthony. It's stolen by Morris. Gordon with it. Kanter covering. Millsap has the open look. The Nuggets with another miss.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
The jump hook. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Denver shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Morris passes to Najee. The baseline J off the mark. For Portland, they've gone only 2 of 7 for the field since the second quarter got underway. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Powell. Cullen passes to Cannon. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. The pass to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. Little dishes to McCollum. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Jones checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. From deep. There's the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bull the pass to Jokic. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Back to Lillard. Outside Covington. Jones kicks to Covington. To the wing right side. Now Lillard. He's got 9. From deep 3-point range. Portland no good that time either. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. At the 3rd quarter, soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Austin Rivers. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Morris in at the point. And it's Lillard missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Rivers. There's the triple. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Lillard with it. 9 points in the game so far. Passes to Nurkic. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 to shoot. Here's Lillard from 12 feet out. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Yes, that goes in. Gordon's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Inside, here's Covington, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
the length of Covington, it makes him a difficult guy to guard. Skilled at picking up contact.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Little. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Denver leading by 6. Porter in the corner. Pass to Rivers. Back to Porter. Excellent D from Kanter. Trailblazers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Yep, it counts. McCollum's got his first 2 points of the night.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
Campazzo lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
A 3 from McCollum. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Covington with the steal. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Good work there as it goes.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The Nuggets leading by 4. The pass to Rivers. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to McCollum. Shoots the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Kanter, the pass to Simons. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Millsap. Aaron Gordon comes in for Jermichael Green. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Rivers. So for the Trailblazers, Giles checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Anthony Simons. Anthony, the pass to Kanter. 6 to shoot. Powell for 3. Doesn't go that time. Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Enes Kanter.
Yeah, Bol with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's McCollum. It's McCollum on the wing. From deep. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Campazzo, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nuggets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Good on both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
McCollum passes to Giles. Back to McCollum. That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets lead by 8. And we're coming back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Anthony is out there with Little. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Chanchar, the pass to Bol. Tips it, and the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got the lead up to 10 now for Denver.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard, right side. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Here's Harrison. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Morris outside. Passes it to Bull. Out to Morris. 5 on the clock. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
Back to Jones. And the shot goes in.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Denver leading by 11. Pass to Jokic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And like the initiative there, Jokic seen an opportunity to get inside and just attack it.
There's the pass to Anthony. Kicks to Jones. Pass to Little. For the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Morris outside. Pass to Harrison. Here's Bull. Back to Harrison. Bull with it. Anthony on him. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take an almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Little. And McCollum subbed in for Derek Jones. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. Porter comes in for Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Morris. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Porter in the corner. Shoots over Powell. Porter, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 13. The putback. Paul Millsap with the rebound. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Jokic. 1:51 left in the game. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Lillard attacking. Free throw good. Damian Lillard. Cantor, he's checked in for Portland. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in.
Hard to believe Lillard missed out on a couple of all-star selections. I mean, in seasons where he averaged over 25 points a game.
Morris dishes to Rivers. Morris kicks to Millsap. Back to Morris. Got a piece of it. Pass to Porter. Down low. Out to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Denver.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up. He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Outside Millsap. Back to Morris. The pass to Jokic. Got it from 16 feet.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by Lillard wide open. But they recover it. McCollum kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
To the inside, Covington with the steal. So the Nuggets win it. A narrow win under. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Trailblazers taking on the Mavericks. For Portland, they pride them. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor.
And with tip-off coming.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Derek Jones. Robert Covington out there with Little. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Lillard in at the point guard.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Covington. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Outside, Porzingis. Over Jones. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Off target with his 3. Doncic outside. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Now the pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Count that one. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the court.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And, you know, Covington really excels with the mid-range jump shot. It just looks like he's really comfortable rising up from there.
Kleber, the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Kleber. And stolen by Lillard. Jones kicks to Lillard.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Over Jones. Porzingis can't hit. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Covington showing you that weight room strength. Awesome physicality there, bullying his way to the hoop.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and McCollum subbed in for Jones. And Dallas also making a switch. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Maxi Kleber. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Over McCollum. Doncic, no good. Trailblazers leading by 5.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of it, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Brunson finds Hardaway. Clock at 6. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Passes it to Simons. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And you you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Here's Redick. Hands the 12-footer.
J.J. Redick is a killer as a shooter. Textbook form, especially effective from the mid-range area.
Simons the pass to Kanter. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Anthony. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Here's McCollum. Up and in on the layup. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Blazers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons the pass to Kanter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Anthony. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And they're pushing it up. Cauley Stein kicks to Powell. Outside, Redick. Lets it go from 11. Connects. The jumper drops. Redick's got his second bucket tonight.
Capable of being creative with his dribbling moves, Redick's confidence in his handles has really grown.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Trailblazers lead by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Leading by 5. And stolen by Burke. Here's Finney-Smith. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Burke dishes to Richardson. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Burke. Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 9. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game. Trailblazers leading by 3.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Doncic is checked in for Burke. Here's Doncic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Doncic passes to Porzingis, and yes, it's good. Porzingis has got 6 points.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Lillard, and he makes good on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Doncic finds Richardson. Back to Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Doncic. And there's the pass to Porzingis. The shot from the low post is good. And it's 8 points for Porzingis.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Lillard against Doncic. And the basket by Lillard.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. From the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Covington, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Now it's a 6-point Portland lead.
Boy, I love to see Covington blast off the floor. He's so good at reading angles and making himself a target in transition.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. To the paint. Releases from 15, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Porzingis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
And the shot goes in.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson finds Hardaway. It's tipped. It's Powell on the wing. Covered by Reddick. Giles, that's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now here's Brunson. That's a 2 from Powell. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points and 1 steal. He was on the fringes in their... And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Doncic. Passes it to Richardson. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Back to Richardson. Shoots over Lillard. Richardson, no luck.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Doncic.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team first attitude on display.
Doncic with the steal. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Finney Smith. Out to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way on the wing. Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 14 points for Porzingis.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's McCollum. That one doesn't drop.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Doncic finds Porzingis, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Dallas also making some changes. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba, and Trey Burke subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Lillard, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Porzingis kicks to Richardson. The pass to Burke. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Nasir Little picks one up. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
And that one falls for Burke. A different look for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Mavericks trail by 6. Brunson scanning the floor. Dishes it to Powell. Back to Brunson. Powell, the pass to Hardaway. There's the feed to Powell. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Porzingis kicks to Burke. Brunson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Powell, the pass to Porzingis. He dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Trey Burke. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Nurkic, great positioning on the putback.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
And we've reached the end of the third. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Redick passes to Brunson. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Cauley-Stein. Now McCollum. Shoots over Brunson. McCollum, no good.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Outside, Redick. To take the lead. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Little. That shot is off. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. McCollum against Brunson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic looking it over. Pass to Porzingis from 10 feet out. Not going to go that time. And it's Portland the other way. Doncic with the steal for the finish. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Outstanding play by Doncic to come up with that steal. His impact, his fingerprints, as a matter of fact, on every part of this game.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 6. The shot, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Doncic against McCollum. Doncic left side. Over McCollum, and it's Portland with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And that one is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Here is Lillard. And the rejection by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Doncic against Lillard. Count it!
Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
And so here is Dallas. Doncic outside. Money!
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. It's in!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game. And it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home. So thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in down. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic, Little out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Jones in at the 2 spot. Little gets the bucket.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Jackson passes to Kennard. He kicks it to Morris. Back to Kennard. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
We're about 1 minute into the first. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Nobody near Leonard. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Covington finds Lillard. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Outside Jackson. Three-pointer. It's good from long range.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to Lillard. Rebounded by Jackson. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. A 3 from Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
No, stretching the floor, Kawhi Leonard out at that distance. You're just so fearful of him driving by, and he knocks one down with confidence.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now, here's Lillard. Outside, Jones. And the pass to Lillard. From deep. And it's Lillard again missing. Clippers leading by 3. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And it's in there. Lillard's got 6.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Little. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Jones.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Lillard. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Man's checked in. And that one's good, Anthony.
Melo sees the space. Melo gets to the space. And Melo scores.
George looking over the floor. The 3. Pass to Mann. George with the bounce pass. And Cousins kicks to George. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Passes it to Mann. Fires top of the key. That doesn't go either for George.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
They need this. George dishes to Batum. George passes to Batum. Back to George. Good. Nice job down low.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. McCollum against George. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
George with no one around. Gets a hand on it. Cousins on the follow.
Yeah, it's all Boogie right there on the inside. The shot goes up. He knows where he needs to be and settles in nicely.
It could go. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He notched 8 points in the... And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes.
This game, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Outside, Jones. It's McCollum on the wing. Kennard covering. Back to McCollum. Anthony. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his second basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. From deep. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take an almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Lillard. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. Guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific hits, you're right. And that one is good from Zubats.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Lillard with it. He's got 10. And then Lillard slams it in.
Guys, we had to take flight to get to this game tonight, but here's a guy who simply takes flight and flies at will on the basketball court. I mean, it's pretty surreal to watch a guy who can elevate to that level.
Zubats kicks to Jackson. It's blocked. They retain possession. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Zubats. Lillard the pass to Simons. Lillard against Leonard. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
they're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now the pass to Leonard. Jackson kicks to Leonard. From outside, off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Lillard missing.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Leonard against Lillard. Down low, stolen by Zubac. And now running up the court, Leonard.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Cantor. No points in the game yet for him. And it's McCollum off the drive. Cantor trying to free himself up. The shot, no good.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. It's going to send DeMarcus Cousins to the line. That one's on Anthony. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins is so aggressive. He's always going to draw some fouls on the inside. Whether the refs call that or not, fortunately for the team, he's a very good free throw shooter.
McCollum outside. Shot to stop the run. It's blocked.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's George. Yep, it counts.
Paul George in the mid-range area, just dominating that possession.
Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one possession. And that does it for our.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Leonard with the steal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That aggressive mindset of his, Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. In the corner, it's Morris. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Lillard against Leonard. Lillard attacking. 80 that time from Leonard. And for the Clippers, they're shooting well. 50% from the floor. Here's Morris. And Covington sends it back. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard against Leonard. Now Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And we could be having one of those nights where he becomes the one-man show for his ball club. You just don't need to tell him to keep scoring. He'll do it.
Rondo finds Leonard. Here's the three. It doesn't go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Rondo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Robert Covington picks one up.
And Rondo playing with great energy right now, putting the defense in some very difficult spots.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. And Paul George is subbed in for Leonard. Knocked loose. Pass to Jones. Covington with it. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Little passes to Kanter. Lillard outside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 on the shot clock. Up again, and Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Little. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Hand's checked in. Beverly against McCollum. Looking to get it going. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position would he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. It's stolen by Anthony. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. There's Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
George against Anthony. Goes back up. Back to George. Got it. Good job in the low post. And it's 8 points for Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George, athleticism, sneaking in there, getting a second chance opportunity, and then he ends up cashing in.
McCollum kicks to Anthony. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
George against Anthony. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Zubac. And here's George for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. George has got 11.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. McCollum passes to Hollis Jefferson. Beverly against McCollum. And the layup is good. He's got 10.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finish. It's just how shifty he is.
And here's George. With 2 seconds left, that one good for 2. George has got 9 points here in the second half. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He finishes. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Clippers in the lead. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Kennard kicks to Jackson. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
McCollum against Kennard. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, McCollum is pretty deft at changing speeds, and that time he did it driving to the rim.
So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Little comes in for Anthony, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard with the ball, now guarded by Nurkic. Leonard no luck. Trailblazers trail by 3. Kicks it out to Lillard.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Stolen by McCollum. Over in the corner to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Back to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Cousins. The shot's good. And the Clippers lead by 3.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Here's Lillard. Great D that time from Leonard. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And that one falls for Jackson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Paul George, he's checked in for Kennard. And here's the fast break. Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Lillard aggressive in this game so far. Awesome at finding different ways to attack close to the rim.
Leonard the pass to Cousins. No good that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. Lillard against Leonard. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Leonard against Lillard. And the rejection by Cousins.
That's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Little dishes to Lillard. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
LA's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. George against Jones. And that one's good. George.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Dennis Cantor's checked in for Portland. The Clippers also changing it up. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Luke Kennard in for George. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Back to Lillard. Shoots over Leonard. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Poked away. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And the Clippers call time here. They're ahead by 1. 30 seconds left in the 4th. And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. In the corner, George with it. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Good!
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Lillard way outside. He's off from 3. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he could show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
And so Los Angeles, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. Welcome to 2K Sports. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for the Nuggets, Austin Rivers is out there with Morris. Then there's Bull. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Roaming the paint. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Morris outside. It's Rivers on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Jokic high post. Working on Nurkic. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Lillard from outside. He's off on that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Porter passes to Rivers. Oh, good on the triple.
Oh, if you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
Back to Powell. And stolen by Bull. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Rivers kicks to Porter. Shoots over Powell. And another miss by Denver. And Portland with the ball. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to McCollum. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
With a quick, accurate release, McCollum thrives on catch and shoot opportunities.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Morris looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. Here's Bull. Out to Morris. Here's Jokic. And the rebound by Nurkic.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Jokic with the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Lillard. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 5 points so far. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull, and it's Harrison in for Monte Morris. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Simons. Unloads. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Jokic with it. Can't recover. And it's Jokic missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Green comes in for Porter. Harrison passes to McGee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
At this point of his career, McGee knows who he is, a hustler, an energy guy who uses his athleticism to his advantage.
Trailblazers leading by 4. There's a minute left in the first. Cantor dishes to Jones. The pass to Simons. Left side, Gordon. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. It's Jones on the wing. Millsap covering. 5 to shoot. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The Nuggets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's Harrison. No good. That would have tied it. Shots good by Anthony.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg,
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Anthony's shot is off.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Porter passes to McGee. Morris dishes to McGee. Lays it up off the glass.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Inside. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got his first points of the game.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other. Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
Here's Harrison. Tips it up. Morris outside. This one for 3. The shot by Harrison, no good.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And so here's Denver. Portland making their last shot. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Porter against Jones. Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. Excellent D that time from Jones. To the inside, Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And now it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Morris finds Porter. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Anthony, the pass to Jones. To the paint. Kanter dishes to Jones. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Jones. From deep three-point range, the Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. McGee with the block.
When we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, well, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Now, here is Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's stolen by Jones. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Cole comes in for Paul Millsap. Gordon's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Rivers in for Morris. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Gordon. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Outside, Covington. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Inside. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Harrison passes to Jokic. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Lillard, bounce pass. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jokic with it. Lillard picks him up, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Jokic.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Denver with the rebound. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
No free throws good from Lillard.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest advantage of the period was... And...
Whatever necessary. Try to help prepare me. They tell us never look in the
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Morris is out there with Rivers. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Bull. And it's Porter at the small forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Bucket is good. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played is so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Lillard. Bull making his last shot. Lillard finds McCollum. Deep. And absolute bomb from three-point range. McCollum's got 8 points.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every three McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
Morris dishes to Rivers. Passes to Jokic. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. That one goes. Count it. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that they can score whenever he wants to. His team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Lillard. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Pass to McCollum. High post, Nurkic. Dishes to Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard misses.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in for Morris. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for McCollum. Now here is McGee. Here's Jokic. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Austin Rivers. Denver shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Again, the miss by Lillard.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding how to send shots.
And it's McGee penetrating. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Well, that's just too easy for me. The minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Back to Anthony. He dishes it to Powell. Anthony on the wing. Portland no good that time either. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Kanter kicks to Lillard. Kanter, the pass to Lillard. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And 1:01 left in the third. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And this is why Jokic is an all-star, all-NBA caliber talent, because of his ability to dominate in an effortless fashion.
Nuggets have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Here's Harrison, covered by Lillard, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's Millsap. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 4 on the shot clock. Gordon and Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Outside Anthony, a 3 ball. Harrison with the rebound. The pass to McGee. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Back to the action after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Porter, no luck.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
And a wide open look for McCollum. The three-pointer, no good. Denver in the lead. Now Porter. Morris outside, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game for the Nuggets. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. Cole comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Aaron Gordon in for Porter. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now McCollum following the three-point attempt by Jokic. Nurkic can't hit.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Now, here is Morris. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. And here's Jokic. Down low, here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Now here's Lillard. Kanter finds Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. They get it again, and Kanter able to finish.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Morris with the ball. Passes it to Bull. Back to Morris. There's the dish to Bull. Rivers passes to Gordon. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. Harrison's checked in. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
McCollum passes to Lillard. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. McCollum dishes to Powell. Pass to Kanter. Back to Powell. Clock at 6. Lillard outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving.
Shoots from the elbow. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bulls got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Robert Covington's checked in for Kanter. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. The pass to Jokic. Shot from 12. Good on the jump shot. And it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Wasted no time on that one.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
1:04 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Harrison. Passes to Jokic. And And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Millsap comes in for Rivers. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harrison. Gordon against Powell. And here's Covington from the arc. That shot off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Millsap looking it over. Powell with the steal.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get it to the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, he's become a weight around him. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland again missing. Now McGee fires the three off the mark. So the Nuggets win it. It was a thing. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Now here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Doncic.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Now here's Lillard. Misses the 3. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Kleba against Covington. Out to Doncic. 5 on the clock. Goes up at the stripe. Offensive rebound. Right wing. Covington against Kleba. Here's Finney Smith, and he banks in the layup.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Lillard outside. McCollum outside. Passes it to Powell. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Shoots from the elbow. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Doncic kicks to Kleba. And Doncic, here we go. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to McCollum. Now here's Powell. Over in the corner, Lillard. Over Doncic. And it's Lillard missing.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Porzingis is double. In the corner, it's Kleba. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, put it in Powell's vicinity, and he will finish with authority. That's nice.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. It's Richardson on the wing. Dallas moving the ball around. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 1. And here's McCollum for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And then Jones with the jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Brunson. Porzingis passes to Powell. Back to Porzingis. Second chance shot, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. Portland a foul.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers. This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Offensive rebound. Cantor misses in close.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
To the middle, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
From deep three-point range, doesn't go for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Mavericks lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Earlier, Damian.
I look to the times where things are.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the floor for Portland, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Trey Burks checked in for J.J. Redick.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the...
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Jones for 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Kicks it to Burke. Right side Hardaway. Back to Burke. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Trailblazers trail by 5. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Burke looking over the floor. Pulls up. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Burke's got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas. McCollum outside. Launches a 3. That one misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
McCollum outside. Here's Simons. Lets it go from the wing. Shot is good, and the Mavericks' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from McCollum. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. That's good from Bird on the assist from Cauley Stein.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And it's Lillard missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
Now Powell really using that length of his to draw fouls. Great anticipation from the young big.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. The shot by Lillard wide open. Here's Nurkic, kicks it out to McCollum. Covington wide open, he fires. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Stolen by McCollum. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The putback.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
Dallas leading by 6. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Basket good. Doncic has got 8.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And so it's down. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq, making some great first. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in its small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Doncic finds Richardson. Shoots from the line. Portland grabs the miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Down low, here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Doncic against Lillard. Nurkic with the block. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. And there's the pass to Porzingis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
It's Covington on the wing. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. McCollum fires from way outside. Cans it from downtown. McCollum's got 7.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Richardson finds Doncic. Nurkic with the block. Another shot. And Doncic lays it in. He's got 10. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And a deep 3 from Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Doncic with it. Now Covington defending. Doncic feeling it out. To the inside. Passes it to Finney Smith. Lets it go with a 3. No good on the shot. Now Portland takes it the other way. Cullen passes to Covington. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Man, he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Runs in the pass to Powell. Here's Melly. Back to Powell. Pass to Melly. Now Brunson. Here's Melly, covered by Anthony. A nice shot by Melly.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Here's Simons. 5 points in the game. Anthony on the wing. Nice open look, but it's no good. Dallas leading by 3. Here's Hardaway, and it's blocked.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
52 seconds left to play here in the third. Burke kicks to Brunson. Powell in the high post. Here's Melly, covered by Anthony. Pass to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Powell, the pass to Brunson. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Mavericks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Now, here's Burke. Defense right on him. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back. Back to Powell. It's stolen by Jones. Gets it off. That shot, no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Mavericks on top, leading by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. Porzingis kicks to Redick. It's deflected. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Trailblazers. It's a three-point game. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Hardaway with the drive. And it's Hardaway slamming it down.
Well, there's big-time athleticism when you're talking about Hardaway. Puts it on the deck and relentless move to the cup.
Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Lillard way outside. Nurkic, it's good on the putback.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Richardson the bounce pass. Here's Finney-Smith. Dishes it to Doncic. Nurkic with the block. They get it back, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half. Lillard against Doncic. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
Well, Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
Jones kicks to Lillard. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Lillard. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Hunter Covington's checked in for Enes Kanter. And McCollum subbed in for Jones. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. Marjanovic has got his first 2 points.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
McCollum, no good. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And Portland making a change here. Kanter's checked in, so he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Lillard way outside. Second chance shot. And it's McCollum in the corner. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Kanter trying to free himself up. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Richardson dishes to Doncic. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Powell with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. 9 points for C.J. McCollum. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Doncic against Lillard. Nurkic with the steal. McCollum right side. And he's fouled. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. They have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Melli. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. This is still a close game, and he told us, guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win.
Thanks, David.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here is Lillard. Oh, no good.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
He sinks the clutch free throw. The Trailblazers making a switch here. So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Clippers, Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now Lillard. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And it's Lillard missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the game going here with the first basket for the Trailblazers.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Leonard attacking. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Lillard with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
To the middle. And the rejection by Zubac.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris passes to Kennard. Takes a 3. Morris, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Here's Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Pass to Powell. It's McCollum on the wing.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Left side, Leonard. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Kennard with the ball. Lillard picks him up, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Paul George, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. On the wing, Jones. There's the pass to Simons. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Here's Cousins. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. There's the lob to the hoop. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
Here's Simons. His three-pointers off the mark. Clippers leading by 4. Rondo kicks to George. Takes the 3. Rebound by Anthony. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. A different look for the Clippers. Mann's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 4. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. McCollum's got 7 points in the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. George passes to Cousins. Stolen by Cantor. One-on-one fast break. Here's Anthony, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this one. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And here's George for 3. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So for the Clippers right now, Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. Cantor kicks to Anthony.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
McCollum finds Jones. Anthony nowhere around. Here's Cantor. Here's Simons. Portland no good that time either.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Trailblazers trail by 3. And that one drops.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Here's Beverley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Lillard against Jackson.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Great positioning on the putback. Morris has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
And then Lillard slams it in.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
George with the bucket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Powell against George. Count it.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Jackson looking it over. No good from outside. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So it'll be C.J. McCollum shooting. That's on Reggie Jackson. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
George passes to Zubac, and that one drops for him.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Trailblazers trail by 5. 46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Leonard.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And it's Lillard missing.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
It's McCollum on the wing. It's tipped. Powell finds Nurkic. And a rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Mann. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He put together quite a quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the position at both ends of the court. It has some comparing him. But wait. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair. Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. It's McCollum on the wing. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Leonard no luck. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard attacking. Rebounded by Jackson. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Outside Covington. And here's McCollum for 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Pass to Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard attacking. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
McCollum against Kennard. Morris right side. Kicks it to Jackson. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. George passes to Batum. It's picked off. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Batum with the steal. It's stolen by Jones. Covington kicks to Cantor. Pass to Simons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Pass to Jones. 1:31 left to play in the third. Here's Simons. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers leading by 7. Here's Mann. And Jones pulls it down. Covington dishes to Jones. But they get it back. Kicks it out to Covington. Out left to the wing. Back to Jones. 6 to shoot. The second chance effort. And another shot. And they pick up 2. Cantor's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Batum passes to Mann. Covington with the steal. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish. Now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
George looking around. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Simons the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Here's Cantor. And with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Batum with the steal. Beverly the pass to George. Misses from close range.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 5. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
It's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Leonard inside. Powell's there.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Lillard with it. For three. That shot off.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump. And it's not going well.
Chalk up two there.
Shooting at a high clip. He's found ways to get quality looks.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's McCollum. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And here's Kennard. Leonard, that's for two. And it's Leonard again missing. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's McCollum. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson dishes to Morris. Back to Jackson. Down low. Here's Zubac. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Good vision. Good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot. Finds an open man.
And the basket by Lillard.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
Leonard on the wing. And he gets it to go.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Trailblazers trail by 6. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Lillard. Powell kicks to Anthony. The pass to Lillard. Feeds it to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And his teammates love it. Cantor taking charge on a huge possession. You can just see him brimming with confidence, not afraid of the big moment.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Stolen by Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Lillard, bounce pass. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell, the pass to Lillard. No good on the 3.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Now George. Launches it. Powell pulls it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And good that time.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And George, here we go. And Covington sends it back.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic has checked in. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Outside, George hits it from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 6.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
But they'll get another chance. Three-pointer, Lillard. That one, no good. 80 that time from Leonard. And here is Cousins. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was, thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's